Thank you, Wafi. We're here at the Shaw Conference Center as President Hillary Williams and Vice President Vietson Pham of the Canadian Association of Consultants. They're about to deliver their speech, so let's watch.
Thank you for taking the time to join us today. For years, the Canadian Association of Management Consultants has kept the key to being a great consultant a secret from the public. Only those who decide to take on the career path as a consultant were given the valuable information. We've now decided, due to the increasing interest in our field, that we would like to make it public what it means to be a great consultant. I'm excited to share with you today some of the key points on what it takes to be a great consultant, important steps in the consulting process, and leave you with some additional takeaways. In order to deliver you the most relevant information on consulting, we decided to gather the information we're presenting today through interviews with a number of real consultants working in the field. We will share with you some of the information that was concurrent across all of our interviews and some of the differences between them. We hope that this information will help you, some of you that may be thinking of becoming a consultant with your decision, and for those considering hiring a consultant with your decision as well. Some of the key information that was shared with us by all the interviewed consultants included: consulting is intended to be collaborative. It's important to work with your client and not to your client. Resistance in communication breakdown can happen, but it's important to not take resistance personally and to get things back on track. All negotiations regarding the work plan and fees should be agreed upon before the consulting process begins. This ensures everyone's on board with the plan and the issue at hand can be taken on. When putting together your contract, it's important to include the methodology that will be used, as well as some understanding of the consultants who will be working on the project and their qualifications. Strong communication skills are imperative in consulting. You need to be able to properly articulate your thoughts and your position and be able to fully understand your client's needs and pain points. As a consultant, it's important to be comfortable with ambiguity. A great deal of the consulting process involves discovery and working together to find the cause of the problem and a path to a solution. Consulting is a great opportunity for strategic thinkers. It's intended to be a big picture view and focus on leading your client in the right direction to a long-term solution. Consultants may not always be a part of the implementation process for the proposed solution. Most consultants build their book of business through referrals and word of mouth. Your reputation is incredibly important and can have a huge impact on your success in this field. Now I'm going to pass things over to Vietson Pham, Vice President of the Canadian Association of Management Consultants, to talk about some of the key differences that were noted as we interviewed the experts.
Thank you, Hillary, and thank you guys for having me. In our interviews with the experts, we noted some differences in approach that we also want to share with the public. These differences do include length of time that developing the contract for services can take. This process can be long and complex at times, and other times may be short and somewhat simple. This varies greatly on the type of consulting that you provide, the client you are working with, and the issue at hand. Some consultants prefer most of their client communication to be in person. Others rely on email and phone for communication. With this said, it seems that the majority of consultants rely on in-person communication. It's important to always ensure that your communication is appropriate for the situation. Some consultants work independently and may work as a sole proprietor, while others may work for a consulting organization and may work on projects with clients collaboratively with a consulting team. Data collection may happen in a number of different ways, including primary research, secondary research, literary review, and other methods suitable for the situation. I think we have some time for questions. Does anyone have anything they would like to ask?
I do. As a consultant, do you take every job given to you, and will you engage with just any client?
I can take that one, and the answer is no, absolutely not. It's important to remember your reputation is what will help you in contributing to build your career as a consultant. You must always be honest with yourself on whether or not you're the right fit for the consulting opportunity. If you don't feel like you have the expertise, the time, or any other factor to be successful with your client, it's important to turn the opportunity down. You risk hurting yourself and the client if you take on an opportunity you're just not suitable for. Any other questions? Oh, I'll take you right there.
Yes, when you have a disagreement with a client, do you ignore it and move on, or do you think it's best to address it right away?
I'll take that one. So often disagreements with clients can happen as a result of miscommunication or high emotional involvement in the subject being discussed. It's important to talk through the issues in order to move forward and work together constructively. You want to keep finger pointing and blame of the equation, but you still need to handle the issue head on. Are there any more questions out there?
I do. In your interviews, what do you find was one of the most important takeaways?
Sure, I can take that one. I think one of the most important takeaways was the importance for consultants to be able to build relationships and find common ground with people of all backgrounds, experience levels, and opinions. In consulting, you may be dealing with people from the entry level of the organization all the way up to executive management. So it's important, the ability to relate to and work closely with people of all levels is a must. How about you right there?
Yes, thanks. Planet Express News. What did your consultant say was one of the top ways to avoid issues from arising during the consulting process?
So as noted earlier, it's important to use a collaborative model in consulting. The more you can work with the client instead of dictating to them, the better chance there is that you can ensure that they'll be fully invested and working along with you to find a solution. Yep, I see a hand right there.
Right here. So who should be a consultant?
Consulting is a great opportunity for those looking for hands-on work, a variety of projects, and a desire to solve problems and provide solutions. So really it's for a lot of different people.
All right, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you again for joining us. I hope that this time has encouraged you to consider the field of consulting for your future. Have a wonderful afternoon.